If an intense fight with colourful characters is on your mind and something you want to see, you're probably in the right place. Gintoki and Co. aren't just fighting for where they live and to keep the peace in the streets. They're fighting for family. And with something like that to protect, we can pretty much guess where this is going. Gonna be pretty fun seeing how they get there, though. So, being surrounded on all sides by 4 people, 3 people and a robot. I know Catherine's not really much of a fighter, but I'm sure she's not left out of this. And also I am guessing that with it flashing through all of the various people who they've helped, at least some of them are going to show up. Not sure what they can do, though. I really do enjoy this intro because it goes from inane and kinda silly into intense. And then back again. And it's just a good song. And although he's not in a rage, Gintoki's not exactly happy right now. It's a good thing that Kagura and Shinpachi took away the actual sword from him. Oh no, it's there. Damn. It's time to clean up the filth. Looks like it's Burnables Day. Wouldn't it be safer just to go home if you're one of these henchmen? Even Shinpachi was just using like a kendo blade. And Shinpachi being Shinpachi. And that's not the hammer to make them minimized. That's what Catherine's doing, okay. No, you shouldn't underestimate the abilities of Catherine. She was actually quite good in a prime, but did you only just realise it's on fire? Also, where did the fire come from? Tama, was that you? Is that one of the rare times when Gintoki just gives a direct death threat? Who are you going to call when you've got a building on fire? Of course, fire brigade. Hammer. Ah. You're offering to reforge the enemy's blades? All we need is the backing track to know who that is. You see, the... Oh, for fuck's sake. Army of 4 has now grown in size. Shrunk slightly with Hasegawa, but... Oh. No wonder you're sparkling. All of the members of the host clubs? Not a line I was expecting, I'm going to be honest. So I was right. They would have been better off just going home. I think they can really retreat now. I mean, she did well by putting out the fire. Not sure what the detective's gonna do. He's not really shown himself off other than like 2 episodes. And you know you're safe when you've got someone with that facial hair and afro behind you. Do you think in that cardboard get-up the mechanic can actually give some upgrades to Hasegawa? I think he needs it. You might be up against a bunch of amateurs, but you're also underestimating them. All she needs to do is get out her cooking and everyone will surrender on the spot. Is that tear gas? If you aren't... I was about to say, if you aren't tough, you're not going to survive in here. And then it completely undermines my point by showing Hasegawa. Ah. I was wondering what that parentheses was for. No, ellipses. Oh. They're underestimating the power of main characters. I mean, Kagura is from a battle-hardened species. I wonder if they're taking that into account as well. That he is. They wouldn't have made it this far if they couldn't handle themselves. But unfortunately, we've already seen they can't handle themselves. They've been talking for a long time. So, two swordsmen going at each other, and then trying to beat Kagura in a test of strength. Surprise! Not necessarily, but fair. That was a tiny little subtitle. Well, they're not out to kill them, are they? Oh no, I can't get up. I like this because it's not him breaking the deal to fight them now, is it? And she still needs to have the umbrella out in this harsh sunlight. That was a face that she just pulled. So we have someone that is. Wait, but they're just wanting to get cut down by him. Oh. Carry on. Yeah, I understand with the emotions that the blacksmith is feeling right now. Is there such a thing? Yeah, is the actual main problem here not. Can't remember his name, Giorgio, but the casino woman herself with all the plotting. Oh. Well, so much for that. Aren't you like half chin? Just play nicely. Wow. Looks like they're going to be kept busy for a while. Hmm. What did they hope to achieve that once he did take over the world? She has a lot of faith in her old man, doesn't she? Oh, it's going this angle as well, is it? Huh. Now, there definitely have been cases where people haven't been able to leave the battle zone behind, mentally. There's an interesting angle that they're going on. Right, so with the words of her mother, that's why she's so fervent in it. But still, doesn't really make it okay that she's interfered with so many people here. I was going to say, even injured, they're not going to end it like that. Mm-hmm. While everyone is distracted fighting each other, yep. Standard practice, really. Yeah, even with all of them here, he's still in a private meeting with just her, basically. Have we seen that? I'm guessing it's a race before. Are they meant to be something to be feared? Mm. Ah, so he's actually a kind of silent protector, just taking on all of the "oh, I'm the bad guy" routine. And yet he's bided his time all of this time. Really? You're saying that and being so cocksure without actually confirming it? It's not surprising she doesn't remember Gintoki. So they've got to fight through the room of assassins there before they can take each other on. Ah, an interesting angle you're trying to go. taking a blade through the forearm is going to hurt, but one through the shoulder blade? Giving up so easily. The one that they needed to pull them all together. She didn't need to rest for long. Using their own words. Kinda. Then, did they need the flashy entrance when they kicked down the doors, all three of them? You're only allowed small elements of these kind of scenes. Make it flashy, make it short. Make sure it gets through the censors. If you don't want to be caught up in it, move out the damn way. Ha 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 ha. When you think you've got the upper hand and then you just hear that kind of laughing. If you die, I'll kill you. I mean, as a way to make sure they actually make it through this well, not unhurt, but we are common enemies. Now, we all basically knew that the casino woman was up to something. And we'd be remiss if we didn't think that she was going to try and abuse the system for her own gain. And one thing Gintama really does is making sure that every character has a goal or a motivation that's not just standard. That they have a backstory, they have a past. Tis an honour. I'm looking forward to it. Especially with the return of the boss. Especially if what Gintoki said was true and it gets a slight R18 rating and therefore hack and slash to victory. But how far did Catherine go in completing her mission? And it is actually surprising how useful Hasegawa was. As bait and a human shield, he did quite well. But as we've seen before in the power ratings, actually all of Hasegawa's strength come from his glasses, so as long as he's got those, he's untouchable. And when it comes to Jirocho's daughter, her character is a bit intense, but ultimately just wants her daddy's attention. And for him to acknowledge her and stop wallowing in the past. And of course, the good old way of when there's too much blood and gore across the screen, that's going to be censored. Let's just swap it out with robots. You can cut them down in the droves. I'm not sure if I should be worried or not that the mechanic guy has just been building up this army constantly. But if you want to come back for, I'm guessing, the culmination of this entire story, a melting pot of disaster, we should be in for a fun time. If you enjoyed this one, why don't you leave a like and a comment, and also subscribing would be greatly appreciated. But if you enjoyed this one, why not leave a like and a comment? Of course, subscribing as well would be greatly appreciated. But if you want to help create a formidable fighting force, if we should ever be attacked by anything, there is a link in the description to head on over to my Discord. Because then, whatever you're fighting through, you won't be alone. See you on the next one. Whether it be by sword, hammer, or mop, I'm sure that my patrons would be out here fighting to the death to protect my channel. Or at the very least, writing a nice little note in my obituary. But hopefully when the day comes that a much larger force comes to muscle in, Sal, Raywin, Electrican, Arthea, Shiwan, Mecha, Jennifer Rojas, Stinsfire, Big Boy, Mads, Rasmus Paulson, Gurley, Darkshadow 7899 and everyone else will be there to stand their ground. At least, metaphorically.